Alright,
I was gonna try to be serious, I really was, but it's not in my.
Nah, you don't got to.
Yeah. Hi, Ty.
Hey, how are you? I didn't actually prepare for you.
Oh.
I just thought I'd bring something off the top of my head.
Yeah, see, that's pretty stupid.
You're right.
So I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Why didn't you come prepared with questions for me? Like, what
You
type
know,
of nonsense is this?
you have to think about it, right? Like,
No. Because you think we're friends, that
I've
you have to
known
prepare
you.
questions for me?
Am I your favorite Indian person that you've ever met?
Yes, you know you're my favorite Indian.
Okay.
Hands down.
My favorite man?
No.
Who's your favorite?
God.
Okay. Second.
My grandfather.
Third.
Not you. You're just like bottom of the bar.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. You're one of my favorite guy friends, though. You're my favorite guy friend.
That's different.
Yeah. No. Put the hands down.
Okay, I'll fuck with you.
Okay. There's no cursing on the channel. Monetization.
Yeah.
I got my friends. I want to see where y'all at. Like, I want to see what y'all doing.
What you
and
doing?
why y'all doing it without me. Because I have jealousy for friends, not for men,
we
for
know.
friends. Like, I don't like sharing my friends. I don't like y'all hanging out without me. I don't like y'all enjoying life without me. That's it.
So you're just a star.
I hate when my friends have friends. Yeah. To me, it's not surprising when people say I don't look African, but it's like, back up.
You have an African accent.
Yeah, but it's not for you. But to me, like, even Africans that told me, they'd be like, yeah, like, until I get to know you or like I hear you talk in your accent, I don't know that you're African. But I think it's like a common thing for Liberians because like Liberians are the most Americanized, I would say, out of all Africans.
You think you're funny?
I think I'm one of the people like, you may not find me funny, but I find myself hilarious. Like, the room could be quiet, the room could be dead silent, and I'm laughing my ass off. I don't care. I'm hilarious. Yeah.
Tell us a joke.
Huh?
Can you tell us a joke?
No, because any joke I have is not appropriate for your channel.
You said you beat me up, didn't you?
I've never said that.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever saying
Okay,
that.
but let me just tell you how I was it gaslit? I was gaslit because I literally said I smacked the milkshake out your hand or whatever. And you said, oh, just like the government smacked my rights away.
Yeah, I sure did.
But
They sure
what does that have to
did.
do with me?
Because you're a man who still has rights, so now I'm mad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah, focus on me.
So he's a 10, but his feet are smaller than his.
That probably means he's little,
Yeah.
so he's a 2. She's a 10, but she is toxic.
Like, how toxic?
He like
Yeah. His toxic not crazy. Yeah.
no, like
Toxic kind of
no,
standard.
like you have strict parents, but she breaks into your house because she doesn't know where you're at.
Yeah. She's a 2.
2?
Yeah, cause that's like
It's not that
that's
bad.
clingy.
Toxic involves
That's what
Yeah,
toxic.
kind of like clingy. Clingy's kind of crazy.
Clingy is a
Bro.
funny word.
Yeah, 'cause like
Clingy. Let's spell it. CLINGY. Somebody has like spun my house without me knowing, which is pretty crazy. To see if I was home. I had my location still spun.
Yeah. I see you got the tattoos. Like what? Do you have like a story for any of them?
No, I have a lot of stories. Would you like to know the explanation of all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like your favorite 3.
Okay, yeah. So this one right here, show the camera. That's from my pop. He passed away. It's his initials, so that means a lot. I have one right here, my first tattoo from my mom, but that one, I don't really like it anymore. This one's my best friend right here, and this one says free soul, and this one back here says agape. It's a nice form of love for God. I really fuck with that one back there. And then I love this one, my sleeve, but that don't mean nothing. It's just a whole bunch of everything.
Hi, welcome back to the Time Millionaire podcast. My name is Jim.
My name is Taha.
And today we have 2 beautiful guests, Breyonna and Dani.
Hey.
So we'll let you introduce ourselves real quick. So, Dani, you want to go first? Like, where you go, what you do?
My name is Dani. I'm originally from Maryland, but I go to school in Atlanta, Georgia. I go to Clark Atlanta University. I'm about to be a junior. Echo. Applause, all that fun stuff. And I'm 19. Yeah. Junior at 19. Talk about it.
And shout out to our Instagrams. I'm putting on the screen too, but
My Instagram is my name. He'll put it there.
okay. And Ryan, you can go ahead.
Okay. So tell about myself?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Breyonna. I am 18. I turned 19 on the 19th of my golden year, so wish me a happy birthday. I go to Georgia State University, also located in Atlanta, Georgia. And my Instagram is also my name, Breyonna.
What? ATL. ATL.
All right, bet. So I think so we kind of want to talk to y'all, right, about like modeling and everything, because y'all do y'all thing. I know what you got. You got like 60K now.
Yeah, 66K.
Oh, my fault.
I hit it the other day and then it went back to 65.9K, but it's at 66 again. So
I hate when they try.
I hate when they do that shit.
Like
And
you're
it
not
was-
following me
it was
because you think it's funny.
Right.
Just say that.
Nah,
Yeah.
But someone's always gonna replace your unfollow.
Yeah.
Someone will always replace it.
Look at my and yeah, because I was saying like you grew. You got a picture with like 40K likes recently, right?
Yeah. Like a lot of my pictures like surpass my actual following. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I kind of, but like also like just with modeling in general, like always kind of wanted to know and pick y'all brains just on like how I got started, like both on Instagram and like y'all
Like
be like
the
shits and
gist?
shit, yeah.
Okay,
Things
well,
like that.
Start it. First question.
Nah, so just give us your journey first. Like, what made you kind of want to like do it in the first place?
You want to go?
Okay, well, yeah, my answer is actually simple. I didn't actually want to do this. It kind of just happened, and I love it.
What do
I
you mean?
love the lifestyle.
What do you mean it just happened?
Literally, like it just happened. Like I was in like freshman year of high school, and it's just like pictures start going up. I did because like there's acronyms. How do you say it?
Acronyms.
Acronyms. There's acronyms and shit to like increase. Like I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask us later. Algorithms. Yes. There's algorithms.
Why did I think you said
No,
acronyms?
that was a mess.
Algorithms.
Yeah, but algorithms. There's just ways to like increase social media stuff, and you know what I'm saying. And that's I didn't do it on purpose is because I wasn't like intentionally
Expecting it.
doing those things to build it. It just happened. So like when you say like why did you want to do this, it wasn't really like a thing I planned. It kind of just became my life, and I took advantage of it.
It chose you.
Yes, it chose me.
I love that. For me, it was more so like being in high school, trying to build confidence in myself. I feel like I've always been like very overly confident, but it was just me trying to figure out like before like even like entering my sophomore year and stuff, I just like would ask myself like, dang, like I'm gonna get better at taking pictures. Like I want to feel more comfortable in my skin. So like I made that my goal, like my literal goal. Like I want to feel beautiful and I want everybody to know that I'm beautiful. Like it's gonna show and I want to stand out. And so like I built my confidence. I figured out what worked best for me. Like I would focus on my angles, like posing, all that stuff, just like regular girl stuff. But I took it to the next level. And then I think like doing that and people seeing how confident I was, like people would always ask me about my confidence, and that's one thing like people noticed about me a lot before like even getting to know me really. And so I think that kind of like took advantage for myself, and then like I kind of flowed into modeling as it went, because I used to like I just love being in front of a camera. Yeah.
Me too.
Long story short.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so like, and you mentioned about the next step. So obviously the algorithm did help you, but you made a conscious choice to start pushing social media forward, right? So when exactly did that happen for you? And
Okay, so actually I was talking to Dani about this probably a month ago, right?
I think so.
That's when
it started?
That's when, yeah.
Oh.
About a month ago. I
She just kind of told herself like, I have all these followers, like
let me do
it's just
something
like
with it. Like
let me do
seriously,
something with
that's,
it.
yeah, and it kind of ties back into like what I was saying before, how it kind of just came with like I literally my whole life is going with the flow. Like I've had this plan of how I want my life to end up, like since I was like 7, like literally like graduate, get a boyfriend, get married, have kids, go to school, blah blah blah. Like this, stereotypical ass future. So, but even though it's like, okay, I was a little girl, I've been following this path for me that I see myself for so long. It's like I can't fail type shit. So it's like I have this little opportunity kind of lingering in my space bubble, my aura and shit. So that's why I was like, I'm going to take advantage of it. So just the other day, I was talking to like, my close friends, and I'm like, would that be like stupid? Because it's like, y'all, like it's really doubt. Like I doubt, like it's something to be doubted, because like there's enough money in the world for everyone, but there's not enough like
in the industry that you would think.
You still gotta make your spot. Like you have to work for anything you want. So if you want to be top dog, you want to be up there.
Don't equal money.
Yeah, like you got to get that shit. And it's about your audience interaction. Like you can have 1 million followers, but if they're not,
you can have like
buying your
likes
boutique
on your
that you're promoting on it, what the fuck is that doing for you?
Right.
Like I'm not making money from it. So what the fuck?
And I think it was kind of crazy. Like when me and her were talking about it, like even though I've known Breyonna for some time, I think I've just always assumed that was something that she kind of like wanted to do and took serious. So it's just like, even though like getting more to know her and us going to school together, I kind of realized it's something that she just chill on. Like she doesn't really like what you expectations you have for people versus reality. Like my expectations for her was like, not to say like you didn't meet my expectations, but it was just like, oh, I thought she was like on this journey of modeling was what she wanted to do, but really she was just like living her best life. If someone wanted to photo shoot, she would do it. She would do it.
It was really about the fun, and then the money came, and that's what made me continue it. Because like I'm about my money at the end of the day. Like if someone's asking me, oh, can you do a photo shoot? Oh yeah, but I got work.
Are you gonna pay me to go off work?
So it's really like you can pick and choose from that point. Like you can reschedule if you really want me to create this look or whatever the case may be. But I'm about my money, so don't ask for stuff for free. I'm sorry. I will support you, but nothing's free. Because what?
So like, well, first I want to touch on like when you were saying like millions of followers to get like 1,000 likes. Yeah, that shit is crazy to me.
It's
like,
crazy.
It makes you look like a robot. Like in my eyes, like you don't be looking real.
And lots of these people really do buy their followings. Like no funny. Like when I first entered Atlanta, I seen everybody somehow had 10K followers, but had 500 likes on their pictures. Yeah. So like stuff like that would kind of like dupe me. Like what's going on? And it's not, but like,
Why would people do like just?
So one thing I will say with followers is that when you have followers, people grow to like you more. Like, not that it says it brings in money, but it does. Like, I had like 8,000 and like people would interact with me, but the minute I hit 10K, like my interactions went crazy. Like
I'm saying,
people like thought me like, oh, she's an Instagram girl. Like, let me follow her. Let me ask her to do this and do that. And I was already kind of getting that, but it like skyrocketed the minute I hit that.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to, and so I know y'all bought your money, right? You know, I love my money too, but I wanted to kind of see like type shit where it's like you said it doesn't always equal money, but how do y'all make money off like Instagram or like sponsorships? Like.
Oh, it's easy, baby.
Nah, it's like
be.
What's the process? Like, do brands reach out to y'all? Do y'all reach out to brands? And like, how much money do you think somebody was like getting into this with like 10K, right?
Okay.
How much do they can make?
So this is what I'm saying. Look.
Yeah.
Okay.
She about to break it down.
Yeah, I'm about to break it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So a big thing about what I was saying, like I'm taking it more serious. That's where the reaching out comes from. Like. My whole career or like whole time doing this little model thing, whatever you want to call it, I've never asked nobody for nothing. So any promo you see me do, any hairstyle, lash, makeup, they ask me. So that the difference is like when you start asking out and branching out to new people, that's when you get your word out there and stuff. So, cause then it's like, okay, you might not get paid to do this, but once you get posted, someone else might want to pay you from them, and it's connections type shit. So it might, the money might not technically be easy money, but like
it's still
you do one thing and it'll lead to another, and then that'll bring you money. Like it's always.
I think for me, it was like kind of a little bit of the opposite. Like for me, starting off, I more so because you guys know I work with Zara in for management. So it's like for me, like my friends were helping me, or like if somebody I knew had a business, like we would kind of reach out to each other, or like with Zara, like she'll reach out to someone for me, or I'll reach out to a photographer, be like, hey, like you want to work together, and that helped me build my following some more. So now, like I don't have to really like lift a finger. Someone will come to me like, hey, let's do this. Like, hey, I would love for you to promote this. Hey, I would love for you to promote that. So like it kind of like brought it to me. So like it was like an opposite experience.
Yeah, so it's cool how like yours is different because like for me, I have to, when I start telling myself like I'm gonna take this more serious, I have to like step out my zone to do that because I'm not really like used to that. Like it kind of just came, you know what I mean? And sometimes
it's just about the fear of rejection.
Yeah, like someone saying no, but at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck because your loss. Like if we really think about it, because for someone to meet somebody that like, I mean, I know I'm a genuine person, but like so goes for you. If we're reaching out to someone and they reject you, like it's really their loss because like.
Because I promise you, I had photographers in Atlanta that like when I first got into, that's exactly what happened. When I first got to Atlanta, like I would reach out to all these photographers like, hey, I would love to work with you. I would love to build up my like my portfolio. Like some of them just like no response, left me on red. Like minute I surpassed 10, 15K, like
they start coming back.
Oh, we would love to work with you. We would love to do this. And I'm just like, and it kind of like, not to say it discourages me, but it just like makes me like, no, I don't want to work with you now because you didn't have hope in me before.
That's the thing about like the industry, because people like anybody in it, at the end of the day, photographer behind or in front of the camera, they're about their money, especially you living in Atlanta. Like when I tell you living in Atlanta, like regardless how nice someone acts towards you, you have to have the mindset about your money. 3 words. Because if you don't, you're gonna get played, and you're not even gonna know it. You're gonna be so blindsided by it. And I even was a little amateur with a situation. That guy that did my hair,
like we were in the middle of
a beauty supply
and this guy came up to her and he was like, I would love to do your hair, and that was like so crazy because she just wanted her hair blown out
for a photo shoot.
And when she got there, he was basically like, yeah, so I'm done.
It's
Are you gonna pay me?
Like for a blowout that didn't even fucking last.
Damn. Oh wow, that's
bitch
crazy.
ass nigga.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you good.
She is so funny.
No, but so like just to that point though, like about the money, like I know it probably differs like per brand and everything, but what do you think somebody could like start like making out for, like somebody want to start, like what is the money like? You don't gotta like say your numbers,
the money
per se.
Oh,
but like if you want, like what do you think like an amateur model could make?
Okay, like that differs too. It depends if you do promos. It depends how many followers you do. Because if you have 10K,
and then I will also say it depends on how serious a brand takes you. Because brands will take certain like influencers more seriously than others, and that's where also sometimes like brands will care more about how many followers you have than how many likes you're getting. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And so like I've had a brand, like I had. Like, you know how we're just talking about my pictures had 30K likes or whatever. So I had a brand reach out to me. They were like, oh, but you only have 15,000 followers and 30K likes. So we'd like to pay you $50. And I was like, are you crazy?
It's $50.
Are you crazy? They're like, most of our influencers that we reach out to have 100K followers. And I was like, but I have more likes than the influencers that you're reaching out to. My engagements is higher. So it's just like, it's about who they really want to take seriously. And a lot of times they'll try to play you in your face and you just have to move on. Like,
so like
you have to like be ahead of the step ahead.
So like on average, like what's like the minimum you would take to like do like a promo?
It depends.
Everything depends. Yeah. Like let's say you had to do like a picture, right? Like for a brand.
People be paying me $45 to post scams on my story for 24 hours. Like what? $45? Like think about it. But then I know people that are like up like 600 something thousand followers, and they pay like 400 for one promo on their regular story. Like people can make money off that, but it depends on everything. But even to me, like $45 not shit, but $45 to post something, literally
just to
2
post
clicks
thing on your story.
I would never.
Good.
Never.
Okay, yeah. So then.
I would never do that myself. I would never.
And then I got 60K followers. Like in reality,
and then there's no guarantee. Like if somebody's really about to click your shit,
there's really no guarantee.
So,
like I'm not gonna put my prices out there for how much y'all charge because like that's not y'all business. But just know like to do Instagram posts and TikToks and stuff, like I charge. Like I dead ass charge. Like, and because I know like the type of stuff I do now really will like push me out there and will push your brand out there. Like you're not about to get $100 just for like 2-3 TikToks when I know they're all gonna go viral. Like that's not acceptable to me.
So do y'all ever get caught up in the numbers, and how does that like affect you per se?
No.
You never do?
I make money so many ways. You don't have time to get caught up for real.
And it's like I'm not like at this like day and age, I'm not relying on social media to be my 100% prime income. Like it's definitely an income.
I think that's kind of what y'all are like asking towards. Like, okay, we're models and stuff. I don't know about Dani, speaking for myself, but that is not my number one. Like that is side hustle. Like I have my income, and then all that other shit is like on the side. So like I'm not even at the level to even discuss like, oh, how much money could you make? Because you can make bread from that shit. Like
and
I'm not
girls
even
who will like make like thousands of dollars, but like we still working up on it. Like right now, I would say like to even use technical terms, I would consider me and Breyonna like micro influencers, not like micro influencers like under 10K, but like micro influencers like we're not at 100 or 200K to be charging such high amounts, but like it definitely does bring in a good stream. Like if I'm down bad, that's gonna put money in my pocket.
And you got $50 real
I'll
quick.
promote a wig real quick and be like, okay, cool. Like I'll like my next promotion is literally like someone wants me to promote a waist trainer. Like literally just take a picture in a waist trainer. Like people will send you the randomest things. Like a lot of times when you see girls on TikTok wearing eye contacts, they send them contacts and take pictures and like it will literally be like, I feel like as a woman or as a girl period, because the beauty industry is so much, you can make money off smallest thing. Lip gloss, press on nails. Like feet pics,
feet pics? Don't get me started, y'all. Atlanta, I probably made over a band doing feet shit in Atlanta.
Wow. What?
We're gonna discuss this later.
But I didn't have to suck, fuck, lick, or dug. All I had to do was sit there.
Sent them.
Like seriously.
Nah, it's bread though. But okay, so I kind of want I want to switch off the money topic real quick though, right?
Okay.
So like I know like with pictures and stuff like you said, you got pictures of like 30,000, you might have something like couple K like likes. Like, does that ever like impact your mental health, or like you feel like how's like modeling in general? Because it's all based on what people like see you as and like view. So do you think it's like warped your like self image or anything like that?
For me, I know for her, she says like hers was just more like, you know, going with the flow, fun. But for me, like I had goals for myself, and I feel like with modeling, I took it a little more seriously at first than having more fun with it, because I did have an expectation and a goal, especially for women of my color, and how I know it's harder for them to like hit that limit on social media. So like I always wanted to show like, even at your lowest, you can do something. So to me, like I won't say it discourages me, but like if I see one picture with 30,000 and I see another one with like 2,000, I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Next picture. But like, I'm never like, oh my gosh. Like, of course, like, you know, social media has its ups and downs. So when you're in your downs, you're kind of like, dang, what am I doing? Like, go back up so my promotions can come back. Like, I want to. But like, I would say when I was younger, not heavily impacting my mental health, but it was just like I was so goal driven, and like I had an image that I was seeing, and like I was really hard on myself naturally. Like, and my friends would tell me like, Dani, you're only 18, like you're only 17, like calm down, it's okay. Like I was like, okay, like you're right, let me breathe, and then I would like reset myself.
Oh yeah, for you.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying like, because I was even like with that, like I feel like it would be kind of damaging, like. Because like, there's certain people like judging you, and like I don't know if y'all ever got like hate.
You feel like,
and I feel like people kind of forget like you guys are people too. Like I think that's what anybody does.
And I think a lot of times, like for me, most judgment came from like, not to say home people, but home people, like people that like I know. Haters. And it was just like, it would be like kind of wild to me, just like I'm trying to do something to better myself, and people want to like just kind of be like, oh, she's full of herself without even knowing me. And it's so crazy because like y'all who know me know like I'm like the silliest stupid person ever, but people think I'm like this stuck up bougie person because I have a goal that I want to be a model, and I think that's just like really F you.
It's crazy.
Okay, so wait, can you re-ask the question?
Well, just like how's
your mental health?
Okay, I had so many things I was like thinking to say, but one thing that I know is like you said something about like if you get different amount of likes or whatever, and when it comes to likes, like I really don't give a fuck about it, but I do give a fuck when I get a lot, because that brings me more engagement, which brings me more money. Like it's just exciting. So like it's all a cycle. Like I don't give a fuck if you don't like my picture or if you don't comment, but when you do, you're getting me money. So I appreciate it type shit. Like compared, like if I see like I hit, like she said, 30K and then 2K on a different picture, like it's like, damn, that's not getting me engagement, so that's not getting me money. That's the reason I care. But when it comes to people judging me and stuff, my whole life I've never really been somebody to give a fuck about anything what people think, but I do tend to compare myself to others like real bad. So and then like when it comes to social media, I'll just be scrolling and I'll see something and kind of notice, like I find myself noticing like how many followers someone has. And then I'm like, oh shit, like where did that come from? And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I know I'm that bitch. I will never I know I'm that girl. So like I have my confidence up there for that, just to be like mentally okay, so it doesn't like drain me. But I do find myself kind of compare myself, and it's more so like unhealthy, and I don't like that part that comes with social media, because like why am I doing that? But it's only for like a split second, and then I go back to my zone. And that's really why I think divine timing is so important. Like just knowing that your path is not someone else's path. Because I could sit here and be like, dang, Breyonna has 60K and I have 15K. Why am I there yet? And I'm just like, her timing is not my timing. Right. I hit 10K like a year before you. So of course, like once you hit your 10K, okay, a couple months, you're gonna get your 60K. Like it's as long as you're consistent.
But now, I was gonna say, like, there might be people who like you. Let's say you both do the same thing, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then somebody like they have way more followers than you, and like that can be kind of. You might think you're better than them, like at whatever your craft is. No, at your craft, you might think you're better. And so, like, I think that's like it's just kind of annoying sometimes.
Thing too. I think that's very much a thing. Like social media, y'all know how social media is. Social media picks and chooses who they want to like benefit or support, and then they be mad at the person that they benefit and support. Like, so for me, it's just like not to like to my own horn, but if I know I take better pictures than a girl, like my feed is better, like I'm putting out better content, more beneficial
But
content.
they got 300K. You like,
Right,
what
and I'm
the
just saying,
fuck?
I'm like,
They got blurry pictures and
where
shit.
you do that at?
Right.
Where
Yeah.
you do that at? Like I'll just be like, and sometimes I have to remind myself, your timing's not that person's timing. And I used to like not beat myself up about it, but I used to kind of just like sit there, be like, dang, like I'm so happy for this person, but damn, like when's it gonna be my time? And I just like realized I had to let it all go. Like I feel like being in the social media world and like the model industry and stuff, you learn not to take social media as to heart as other people would. Because I even had someone ask me, they were like, oh, you don't care about expensive things or like flashing on social media. I was like, no, like fuck no. That's not important to me. I feel like people who don't be into social media about that much care about certain more things than we would.
And if you notice, y'all, but there's a lot of motherfuckers on social media that are up, got whatever, however
And they're
much,
not up.
and they're really not. But they will be dripped out for God knows, like they will be dripped top head to toe, and I'm just like, how do you even or that, like,
how do you keep up with
like
what?
Facade, and it's like that brings in clout too, like having designer and all that, like that's gonna make your content go up. I'm not gonna lie.
And
it really does.
And
it
so,
really does.
Like your background, your scenery. People literally love to see expensive backgrounds.
Yes, if you're in town compared to
people
if you're
love
in
to see expensive backgrounds. Like me posting a picture in Atlanta versus posting a picture in Maryland.
Yeah,
two different type of outcomes.
Yeah,
but it's just like
it's crazy.
It is. It really is.
Even
like I could never post a picture of my old dorm. My old dorm. I could never post a picture of my dorm. That would be wild.
And it's just like also things like having your lashes done or not. Like or having your hair done or not, like that makes a difference.
Having your nails and your makeup done.
Yes, like your makeup done or not, like that makes a difference in content.
Like those makeup pictures that we took with Brey, those like help my page so much because people love to see a pretty girl getting her makeup done. Like they love to like inspo, like, ooh, I could do this look. Like people love things like that, things that like they want to achieve. They love to see it on their timeline.
It's like that picture you say, I want this. You gotta recreate those. Anytime you get your hair done or anything, you imagine someone being like, can you redo this? Like that's what you want. That's what you want because that's how your shit gets out. They share it. They send it to their hairstylist. Their hairstylist repost it. Like crazy shit.
All right. And so there's one thing I want to touch on because like for like, well, first you guys also done like music videos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, so like, how do you feel? I feel like
why you?
Well, I talked to Danny about this before.
My music video experience is something I'm not very happy with.
Yeah, and that's why I want to kind of touch on it, right? I feel like movie or music videos, like they always want you to like be like OC seductive and like shit like that. Like, how do y'all feel about?
Yeah.
Now, how y'all feel about like that? And then also, even like with photo shoots, like people want you to do straight bikini shoots and stuff like that. Like, do you ever think like it's kind of weird or like feel dangerous or anything like that?
Yeah. Like,
you
know, I told you about my music video experience in Atlanta, and it was something that was just like a big wake up call in which direction of modeling I wanted to go in. Like, y'all don't be proud of this. Like, I mean, like it's different for everybody. I know models that I work with that they love that stuff, and I just realized it was not for me.
No, it's not for me
young. And I was like, not to say taken advantage of, but like I was like, they knew I was 18. Like I'm working with people who are like 24, 25 and modeling. Wow. They want me to be walking around in lingerie because I have the biggest ass out of everybody, and it was just like, it wasn't for me. And it was just like I was looking at myself, and I was just like. And like people who know me back home were kind of like, one of my friends was like, Dani, you're a video girl now? And I was like, yeah, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's just like, it would be that certain expectation that like Atlanta lifestyle had. Like, they want, like if you're in the modeling scene, they want you to do lingerie shoots or they want you to do music videos. And it's kind of like just learning to not be naive and stand your ground. Yeah. Like the minute I told myself, I'm done doing that. And like, it was a situation where my mama found out like, like my ex-best friend, she went around and told my mama that I was a stripper. Like
that's
it was,
wild.
it was real wild. And then she sent my mom my Instagram pictures. Like that was really crazy.
That's wild.
And so when that happened, it was just like, and my mom seen that, and I seen the look on her face of her looking at me like posted up in lingerie and caution tape. I was seeing that. I was like, dang, like this is like not like, and like, my mom's a strict person, so to her, she doesn't really like mess with the whole modeling stuff to begin with, but she knows she'll support me. Like if I send her a picture, she'll be like, you look beautiful. Like she loves it. But like, so that was like a big wake up call to me. It was just like, stand your ground, bro. Like even though you're 18, these people may be old, but they will take advantage of you. Like I had, even when I was doing music videos, I was doing pretty well, and I had like directors be like, oh, if you don't want to mess with me, I don't want to work with you. Block me. Like this one director, he asked me like to do he wanted me to meet his wife. That was weird to me, and I didn't know that they were swingers. Like they were swingers. He kept trying to get me to come out to the club to meet his wife, and I was like, why? And then like I slowly realized he was trying to get me to mess with him and his wife at the same time. I'm saying, I'm like, bro, do you not know I'm 18? Like I'm freshly 18. Yeah. And so it's just like you have to put your foot down. I think that's why like with Atlanta modeling, I'm just now getting back into doing that. If people don't like slowly realize, I don't do modeling in Atlanta. When I come home, I do a lot of my modeling here because I feel comfortable and I know I'm trusted within the hands of my own peers. But I'm getting back to like learning how to be more comfortable with photographers out there and like how to take care of myself and be cautious of who I'm working with.
That's good. And what was some of your experience?
I don't remember the question anymore.
It was what was one of your?
It was like kind of like the kind of dangers of it. How you feel about them asking
video
you
shoots?
Yeah.
Okay, so big thing. Stand your ground. I'm 18 too, so like. There's been times I've been in music videos under 18, so I had to like watch what I did or whatever. But I have a very high expectation for myself, I guess you would say, when it comes to stuff like that.
It just wasn't the look that you want.
Like my grandmother is somebody that be watching me. Low key, she don't, but she be watching me, and like I'm grown. Don't get it wrong. I'm gonna do whatever I want. At the end of the day, that's how I am. It's the Leo in me, you know what I'm saying? But I say that this guy. I say that to say like stand your ground, because people have like reached out to me like oh, would you want to do this in like a bedroom? Like a photo shoot in a bedroom.
And me and her will literally talk about that. She was like, this photographer wants me to take a picture in a bed and he don't even know the theme. Like people just do stuff so they can
and I'm just like,
it's just weird. Like
it's just something, and it's also like I'm cute. Like I can post a pic, chilling and be cute. Yeah, but posting a pic with your legs open, tongue out, and like it's just not the vibe. Like, and it's also for me like I don't want everyone like. There's already enough people I know watching me, watching my every move. I don't need y'all knowing what I'm like to the people, like to special people. Like, I'm not about to be busting it open for y'all on Instagram when I'm busting it open for my nigga. Like, that's just not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like stuff, like there's creeps and they be in my DMs. And that's why you can't
consider everybody a photographer. Like, most photographers in Atlanta, you'll go on their page and it's strictly lingerie shoot.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, to
not
me,
doing it.
You want to grow from that. Like, you don't want to be stuck there. Because I know, like, not to say, like, that's a bad thing for them if that's what they want to do. But I know women who are, like, even still 30 doing lingerie shoots, like, in the industry in Atlanta. Like,
there's nothing wrong with it.
And it's like, that's
just not for me.
It's just not for me. I want to grow past that type of modeling. Like, for me, I want to do magazines and stuff like that. Like, so it's like, I don't want that haunting me in my past. Like, do you remember when you did this music video?
Yeah. Right.
Delete it right now. Delete it.
Right. And then, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, it kind of leading into, like, what do you guys, like, want to do, like, in the future? Like, with modeling, like, where do you want it to take you?
I always told myself I wanted to do more runway and magazines, but right now I'm kind of in the editorial lane, like clothing, all that kind of stuff, like hair, makeup, modeling, like just being like the campaign face of beauty, kind of. But right now, I would say we're both kind of in the lane of editorial modeling. Yeah. But I want to surpass that. Like, I want to do it all. Like, I just want my name to be memorable. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be famous. I want to be memorable.
So, but yeah, I do find myself to be more of an editorial person. Like, I like photo shoots. Like we were saying earlier, I like to be behind the camera. And I also used to be a photographer. I still am a photographer, but
and I feel like you should get back into that.
Yeah, I should.
No.
But so I'm a photographer and I'm also a model. So I know what it's like to be behind and in front of the camera, and that's a big advantage for me, I think, because I know when a picture doesn't look good, and you can't tell me I don't because I'm a photographer. And a lot of the photographers I work with don't know that. So okay, it's a pretty face, cute poses, but I'm gonna be checking you to make sure you're doing your part too, because you're not about to have me out here looking crazy, like at all.
And I feel like, I don't know, to me, I'm just really picky when it comes to photographers, period, because I feel like a lot of people think you snap a photo, you're a photographer. Like, you know, like it's so much that goes into that, like the editing, the creative directing, and all that.
Address me when I first come in.
Exactly. And to me, like, the creative directing is like the most important part to me about a shoot. Like, okay, what's your idea? What's the concept? Like, is there a story behind this, or are we just freeballing? And it's like, when the image comes together, it's always beautiful to me.
Facial expressions and emotion that you put into it. Like, it's all art. At the end of the day, like, I look at myself as literal, like, a canvas. Like, and that's another reason why I don't want to go out posting my fucking everything everywhere, because I want people to see me and see my face in a picture and say, wow, that's actually beautiful as
Because
fuck.
Breyonna did this one shoot on her page, and she was in like this silver like 2-piece outfit, and I think like people saying that and saying like thinking, oh, she's in lingerie, so we can like ask her to do anything lingerie, and it's just like people
Just
take
because
it
I was showing
like
skin.
yeah,
But that shit was art. Y'all got me fucked up.
and it's beautiful
That
compared
shit,
to what
yeah.
they want her to do, which is like two different
And
things.
that's the thing, like people always gonna want you to do something, especially when you have a pretty face. Like they're gonna want you to show that ass too, because you have both. You know what I'm saying? Like well, having both is different. Like you know,
and to me, it's kind of like more crazy because like having like I hit my big grown woman weight real early. Like I'm still 19 and I'm almost 180. Like I'm up there like very early, very soon. And so to me, it's just like I've been this kind of size since I was 18, and so like niggas just waiting for me to turn 18 so they can like get me into anything. It's just like and it's just like so uncomfortable, so mistreating, so much taking advantage of women. Like when you realize the camera, I mean, who's in front of the camera is always a woman, but who's behind the camera are always men. And that's something the industry does not realize at all.
But the few women photographers out there be fire, y'all. Like I've met some women photographers.
Like think about how many photographers you know and how many of them are women. Like in Maryland, I can only think of one right now off the top of my head. Besides you, even Tima. Tima's the only person. Shout out to you, Tima. Tima's the only person I can think of as a woman photographer. And like, I love when I find women in our industry because it's just like, you make me more comfortable. Like, if you're a woman casting director, woman photographer, woman editor, whatever, it's important because behind the camera is real life men. And that's why it's so hard to be modeling in the industry. And then like, even the girls that you work with can be some of the bitchiest people you will ever meet. Like, luckily I have someone like Breyonna, like who like real life, we sit here and we support each other. Like I hit 10K. I didn't even know I hit 10K. She knew I hit 10K before I said, damn, she's like, I hit 10K. And it's like having someone like that around you is like so comforting in your industry. It's so much support, like just helping you get through it all. And it's just like, like if I'm having a rough patch, I'm not gonna be like, Breyonna, I feel bad about my page. Like, what am I doing? What do I do? She's like, girl, shut up. You're so beautiful. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, but boost my energy all the time.
I think that's important. Just have people like around you care about you. I think like it's one of the most important things, just in anything. Modeling.
And I think like support, when we took modeling more serious, at least for me, like my friend department changed. Like not in my friends at home, because my friends back home have always been supportive of what I'm doing. But like even just like moving to Atlanta, like I just found myself in a situation where I didn't know what people's purpose was of being my friend. Like, are you trying to steal my personality? Are you trying to learn from me and then leave? Like, what's your like, are you here genuinely for me? Like, that always became an issue too. And it was just like a little harder to like make solid friends and feel comfortable.
No, for sure.
So then, with that being, given that, with your influence and stuff following that you've gained, like, what is some of the coolest story that you probably have?
You said what?
You meet different people, like
crazy stories.
Coolest.
Oh, coolest.
Like, what's just like one experience that like your favorite experience like you've had? So modeling. It'd be a shoot,
modeling, social media, anything, whatever, like anything in that industry.
Like the most. Let's switch it. What's the most like positive thing like things come to you?
Coolest.
That's comes from modeling.
I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
Silence, please.
Go.
Oh, my bad.
Ready?
Yeah.
The money.
She's all about the money.
No, it is.
That's not crazy though.
Because it's like regardless, positive experiences can come from just meeting like a good photographer. Like you can just greet me, make me feel comfortable. Like if I'm doing something that's showing more skin, giving me a private area, like all that, the little things, even though it's like bare minimum, it's so important and so special. But like to me, like I think modeling comes with more funny. Like I mean everything. I don't find I think there is negatives, but I don't focus on the negatives. I just find them more funny, like funny experiences.
Yeah, I think a big thing also I get out of modeling is the like relationships, and out of the good experience, the relationships you make, because okay, like you do get those bitchy models, but sometimes you come across some really cool people that you have to interact with, because it's like, okay, you signed up for this shoot and now I need y'all to act like best friends. So you have to like just pull out this like creative artsy side of you that you can, you know, and that's why I was like talking about too, like it's really art. Like I want someone to see it and say like, oh, that's beautiful, because it's more than just a picture. Like like communication between you and your photographer, like me and my photographer out in Atlanta, like we're not gonna look it up. If something don't look right, I'm gonna say, nah, I don't really fuck with that. Like we gotta reboot
and keep it moving.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna keep taking the pictures until we at least get something. Like, and it's just like we both work. Like I don't really like that angle. Yeah, me either. Let me move here, and then we get the best shot. Like it's just So relationships.
And like I think my best experiences with modeling kind of came from Maryland more than Atlanta, because like I told you, my Atlanta experience starting off, like I was doing it young. It was not the best.
And then being involved in those type of things, it tends you meet those type of people you don't want to meet, like more likely.
Yeah.
And to me, like, just my experience alone, just being in my 18th year, it was just like I was scarred. I was just like, all right, I'm never doing modeling again. Like I really told myself that, and like people be like, are you modeling? I'd be like, yeah. Sure. And I'm really not doing nothing. I'm laying in my bed, like doing some homework or whatever. But like when I would come home, I think that kind of sparked like, oh, like you want to get back into modeling. And I think like my most positive experience actually is like just having, like, everyone knows how close I am with Zara. And like I think having Zara in my corner, love you, Zara. I think having Zara in my corner just kind of like catered to me. Like she was just always there for me. She knew like Dani, like she's the reason my prices went up. She was like, you have 10K. Like even if it's nothing, like what are you charging like this amount for? Like raise your prices. Like she put together my comp card, like helped me send my prices to send to brands. Like everything, little thing that I wouldn't think of, she thought of it for me and was there. And then like the people she brought around me was nothing but positive energy. Like that's how I met Tima, and that's how I like got to work with Tima on my own separate time. Be like, hey Tima, let's go shoot. Like I'm gonna come get you. Let's go shoot right now. So to me, like that makes me more excited to go back to Atlanta and take that energy back, because before like I used to be so reserved. Like y'all know me to be so loud and like crazy, and I was like, when I got to Atlanta, I'll just be like and like when I see her work in Atlanta, she just seems so bubbly and full of spirit, and I just like love that, and I just can't wait to like kind of open that back up for myself.
I bet. And so I just wanted, so we're about to wrap in like a couple minutes, right? So just 2 more questions, right? And like so if the first one's like just one piece of advice you would give to anybody who like want to become a model, like whatever it is, just one piece of advice. And then second, why do you think like people should support you in like your journey?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
For me, the one piece of advice I would give people, which camera should I look at? Okay. The one piece of advice I would give people, I would say, because like number one question I get now is like, oh, how did you grow your following? How did you grow your following so fast? And I will always tell y'all divine timing. Like patience is key with modeling, because you could be someone who could grow overnight, and you can be someone who grows in 6 months to a year. Like I've been like trying to do this since I graduated high school, and it's my junior year, and I'm just now passing like all these followers now. And it's because I took my time, and I like had to focus on my niche and what worked best for me. And like that takes time, like figuring out what hairstyles suit you best or what makeup looks suit you best. Like any little things, the little things matter, and taking your time and being patient is very important. And I would say support my journey, because what does Breyonna say? I'm that bitch.
Yes,
I'm that bitch.
If you don't think you're that bitch, then you're not that bitch. Like no matter how many people, this
like,
is my
advice. Till you make it too. Fake it till you make it.
Can I take? Ooh, did I just turn it off?
It's still on. It's on.
It's only good.
Okay.
Oh,
Here.
I was just talking to her.
It's on. Okay, it's okay. So my advice to y'all is, if you know you're that bitch, you will always be that bitch, and don't give a fuck about what anybody got to say to you. That's literally my advice, because at the end of the day, if you don't give a fuck, then no worries. Like, what did the line?
If you don't give a fuck, no one else should give a fuck.
I'm saying,
if you don't give a fuck, no one else should give a fuck. If you're not embarrassed, no one else should be embarrassed for you.
Yeah,
that's it.
So it's like, especially with social media, because it's really based off not dropping the computer. It's really, at the end of the day, people will judge you. Like, you're giving out content for people to like or not like, because somebody is always not going to like something.
And liking in a positive way is still judging.
Yeah,
that's still judging.
Yes, because it's like their preference. They have to judge you to see if they like it or not. So regardless, whatever you do, there's always going to be somebody out there that's not going to fuck with you, what you look like, how your hair is, if you don't have your hair done or not, or if you look good with or without makeup. That's why it's a fucking controversy. People be in my DM saying you look better without makeup. Did I fucking ask? Oh, okay.
Literally.
So that's my advice to y'all. Don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Oh, and I think y'all should support me, because after saying all that, nobody's
they were like, fuck her.
After saying
like, fuck this bitch.
It's like, no, but okay. I think y'all should support me because I'm a genuine person, and I'm actually fun and nice, and y'all can, and I be on YouTube.
Nothing on any of our pages is fake. Like,
yeah,
that's
Oh. Yeah.
Besides her little scammer promos here and there.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie.
Besides her little scammer promos here and there, nothing I put out about myself is fake.
No picture I post with me on it is gonna be fake. Like if
I'm not fronting no fake lifestyle for no one on my Instagram. Like, I want to show authenticity. Like,
I be smiling when I'm not happy though.
Yeah,
but like I'm not faking my lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean,
like you're not gonna see me post a Prada bag and it not be my bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if I post it, I'm gonna tag the person's
like,
bag.
I might take a picture in front of a car, but don't worry about my car. But like, yeah, that's the farthest you'll get with me.
So, well,
Wait, I didn't say why didn't you
Oh, my
support
fault.
me?
I thought you did. My bad.
Did I?
You said
You
you're a
started-
genuine person. Yeah.
You said you're a genuine person. Da, da, da,
And then
da.
nothing's fake over here.
Oh no, that's what she said.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, support me because I support you. Ding.
Hey,
I like that.
Don't
All right,
hurt
well,
him.
that's a good motto.
All right, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Also follow my girl Dani on Instagram.
yeah, I got a
Danletteee.
YouTube video coming out.
Yeah, she
Check
has
yourself out
stuff.
again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a YouTube.
My
You know,
Instagram name's my
if you want to
name,
see what my
Danletteee with one
weekend in
extra
my
E.
life is like because I'm so interesting and you love this little podcast we got, then you should go check it out.
Subscribe to
At
her
Breyonna
channel.
with 2 A's.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 A's?
2 A's.
Oh, okay.
BREYONNAA.
Spell your name out.
ADANLETTEE.
Period.
JIM.
And we out.
TAH. All right, we out.
Nice.